today is also Apple Day, so it'll be fascinating to see. In 5 hours, Apple Day begins. Apple Day is expected to announce their VR headset, their dive into virtual reality. Apparently, it's expected to have a detached battery pack and something that you can wear here and cable into it, or maybe Bluetooth into it. I'm not sure. I think the cable tethering. Well, no, because if it's a detached battery pack, it's got to be cabled in. So you cable it in, wear it in put it in your pocket or something potentially, and spend $3,000, I guess, on some sort of VR/AR tool. The one thing I'm excited about is this idea that you could potentially look at or use it in such a way where the augmented reality actually is something that you could basically turn on and off. And this, I think, is very interesting because much like the watch, you know how it has, maybe you don't, I don't know if you'll be able to see. Yeah, see the little scrolly wheel right here? It went out of focus like right when I touched it. Anyway, there's a little scrolly wheel. There it is, this little scrolly wheel. Imagine if you scroll it, you're like in VR, and then you scroll it the other way and you're in AR, augmented reality. That'd be kind of cool. I actually think that's a pretty brilliant idea where, you know, for me, the future of these reality headsets, at least for the next 10 years, is augmented reality. You know, is this going to be a tool that I could put on and be more productive in my workplace? If I could be more productive in my workplace with this headset, it's going to be a business tool. And then all of a sudden, as soon as you call something a business tool, remember what that means. It means people can write it off. So just because it's $3,000 doesn't matter. If you can write it off, it's actually only like $1,500 to $1,800. Now you're talking about like iPad Pro level with a case of spending. iPad Pro with a case and a pen is like almost $2,000. It's crazy. But anyway, now it potentially knocks on the door of a little bit more reasonableness if it could have function for business. If, for example, it can make you more productive while you, like, personally, an idea of like my dream for this headset would be that I could put it in my pocket. The pocket thing is really important because I want to be able, like, there's one thing in my life that really I haven't figured out how to optimize yet. And because I haven't figured out how to optimize it yet, I just don't really do it. And that's go to the gym. And what's frustrating is, and I know I have, like, problems. Everybody's got problems, but this is one of mine, okay? Don't make fun of me, okay? Okay. I get anxiety when I go to the gym because I'm like, you go do a bench press and you're like, come on, man. I could be researching right now. What is this? And I try to listen to other stuff, but the other options that there aren't that great. And you listen to like the mainstream TV, it's the same thing on loop all day long. If I don't know, maybe I just haven't found the right podcast or something. I don't know, but it's been frustrating. So for me, I end up not listening to anything, or I try to listen to the TV, and it's terrible. So then I resort to music, but usually I like listening to music when I'm actually doing something productive, like researching or bookkeeping or whatever. So workout time is terrible for me. I don't know why. It just drives me nuts. So if this is a headset where maybe there'd be a way to like work while you're working out, that's where I think the opportunity is. How can you let people work while they're doing other things? Now, here's another extreme example, and I'm going to say extreme here because I don't want people to be like, oh, that's not safe, Kevin. But imagine you could, while you're driving, be wearing this headset and it's augmented reality, right? And you could just have like a Siri conversation with it over like your messages or something because it's like beaming it in front of you. I don't know, probably wouldn't be safe, but I have no idea. Maybe there's a way to make that safe. But the point is, this can't be like another Quest, like the Meta Quest or whatever, where basically you put the sucker on in your living room and its purpose is for you to use while you're at home. look, while I'm at home, I got Xbox, I got PlayStation, we got DDR, we got Rust on the computer, we got Age of Empires on the computer. I can do research, I got TV, I can also go outside and stop playing video games and go-kart or cyberquad or Nerf gun or whatever. I think this could be a game changer of a tool if it could fill in these odd times when maybe you're commuting on a bus, or, you know, the car one's probably a little risky, but we'll see, or even like you're, I don't know, on a plane, or just places where like it's hard to be productive, and it somehow Apple's figured out how to make you productive in a new way. And if you could sell it to an audience under the guise of productivity, Apple wins. My take. So we'll see what happens. Joanna Stern did a piece on it today. Let's see what her take was. The release event is in 5 hours. It's at 10 a.m. And Joanna Stern's piece on it speculates on the following. She thinks it'll cost, and usually the WSJ gets a good heads up on these things because Apple uses it to kind of like preview market reactions. Wall Street Journal believes it'll be about $3,000. Many capabilities, which can include a FaceTime-like communication app. But see, that's not good enough. Like, honestly, I can't even remember the last time I used FaceTime. I think when FaceTime, I remember when FaceTime came out. Okay, this shows you how much of like an Apple nerd I feel like I am. But when the iPhone, I want to say it was the iPhone 4 came out. So it went iPhone 1, iPhone 3G, iPhone 4. The iPhone 4 had FaceTime. But guess what? When we got our phones, Lauren and I were in Santa Monica. We get our phones, and we're like, oh, let's try FaceTiming each other. This is so cool. Then you try to do it, it's like, can't FaceTime over 3G. Connect to Wi-Fi. And it's like, rah, what's the point? So anyway, that was our first sort of intro to FaceTime. Obviously, now today you can FaceTime anywhere, but who actually FaceTimes anyone? I mean, family, maybe, I suppose. I like FaceTime audio. That's great, because I have really bad service where I am. FaceTime audio is fantastic, because when I see blue text, I just FaceTime audio people. But anyway, let's go back to Joanna Stern's piece here. But by announcing the launch at its developer conference, a developer conference, if you're traveling to the developer conference, you're going to be around all the Apple crazy fans, make sure you also have that life insurance you can get in as little as 5 minutes by going to metkevin.com/life. Ooh, that's the wrong button. Or by going to the link down below, metkevin.com/life. Sign up for life insurance in as little as 5 minutes. All right, it's clear, paid promotion. It's clear that Apple is hoping third-party developers will figure out new and interesting uses for the device. I don't know if that's such a great idea, but we'll see. Virtual reality developers are hoping Apple will reignite interest in the category that has been slowing down. All right, I don't know. While the new headset is likely to steal most of the attention, the company is planning a refresh on various hardware platforms, maybe iPhone, iPad. I mean, the iPhone's usually its own event in September, so probably not iPhone. But maybe we'll see some news about the iPad and the Watch and the Mac. Apple's new iPhone operating system, iOS 17, will include a number of new health features. Great. That's it? That's all they have on the headset? The new hardware, headset, tools for developers, the applications which may run a gamut from games to workplace apps are critical to the company's strategy. Fantastic. Sales dropped of the Meta. Unlikely to be available right away. Mass production isn't expected until the fall. Lame. First year estimates expected to be $200,000 to $300,000. 200 to 300,000 units. That's a lot more than $200,000 to $300,000. I don't know. We'll see. I'll put it this way. I'm optimistic, but I remain skeptical that it's going to be something actually functional. If they find something functional, though, the stock will perform very, very well. I'm confident of that. If they find something functional. But if there's not something functional that actually convinces a business use case here, I'm not very optimistic on this Apple headset. There's a risk of it just being another Meta, where you know they're spending billions of dollars on Reality Labs and it's just not going anywhere. Now, who knows? Maybe that'll end up being a great investment 10 years from now, and we'll get Ready Player One world in IRL. But we shall see. Now, I want you to know this: when it comes to AI, time is what's going to make you money And if you can prove that value to an employer, you'll always be able to be employed. So this is another way of making sure that you don't get replaced by